Good afternoon. Fade to black breaking news for this Tuesday, May 23rd, 2023. This is all of the news that you need. I'm Jimmy Church. Let's get straight to it. Lots of stuff today on this day in history. 1430. Joan of Arc was captured in France. A year later, on May 30th, 1431, she was executed at the age of 19. Wow. On this day in 1430. Here's your fader fact. Check this out. The ancient Romans used to drop a piece of toast into their wine for good health, which is why today we toast. Seriously. And that is your fader fact. I know you didn't know that. You do now. Let's get to the breaking news. A Russian politician died of, as of yet, unknown causes after falling ill on a plane over the weekend on Saturday, the latest in a string of mysterious deaths among Russian elites. Russia's Deputy Minister of Science and Higher Education, his name is Peter Kucherenko, 46 years old, died while returning from a trip to Cuba. Journalist Roman Super, who fled Russia shortly after it invaded Ukraine last February, said on his Telegram channel that he had spoken with Kucherenko just days before fleeing. He said Kucherenko feared for his safety, and he encouraged him to leave Russia. Now, at least 13 high-profile Russian businessmen have reportedly died by suicide or unexplained accidents in the last year, with 6 of them associated with Russia's 2 largest energy companies. France has banned domestic short-haul flights where train alternatives exist in a bid to cut carbon emissions. The law came into force 2 years after lawmakers voted to end routes where the same journey could be made by train in under 2.5 hours. The ban all but rules out air travel between Paris and cities in France, while connecting flights are unaffected. That's crazy. During the last few days, astronomers have pointed their telescopes toward a familiar celestial object in our spring night sky for a look at a rare event, a new supernova, a star that has literally burst upon the scene. This new supernova has appeared in a galaxy beyond our own. The galaxy is known as Messier 101 and is a large, loosely wound, spread out, open-faced spiral galaxy which can be viewed through a small telescope. The Pinwheel Galaxy containing the new supernova is located near the Big Dipper, extending from the 2 stars in the handle. Now, if you continue that line in a similar distance beyond the handle, it will place you in the general vicinity of M101. Go and check it out. It's got a brand new bright star. Super Typhoon Mawar is barreling towards Guam today, threatening to slam into the U.S. territory as the strongest storm there in more than 60 years. The typhoon, which has strengthened rapidly in recent days, is posing a triple threat of devastation, including deadly winds equivalent to a Category 5 hurricane, 25-foot storm surges, and torrential rainfall. The typhoon could reach the equivalent of a Category 5 hurricane with winds that exceed 157 miles per hour before landfall. If this were to happen, Mawar would be the 5th Category 5 equivalent storm on the planet to date this year, the average number for an entire calendar year. And hurricane and typhoon seasons are only just beginning. Well, man has killed off much of the Earth's existing wildlife, and some scientists argue that human activity has set off the world's 6th mass extinction event. The new research now shows global animal populations are declining more rapidly than earlier believed. Authors of the study, published in the journal Biological Reviews on May 15th, analyzed more than 71,000 animal species spanning mammals, birds, reptiles, amphibians, fishes, and insects to assess their population growth over time. They found that 49% of these species are stable, but 48% have shrinking populations, and only 3% have populations on the rise. Of the population and extinction risk of more than 150,300 species evaluated by the committee, 28% are considered facing the threat of extinction. Well, it's happening. Netflix is officially beginning its crackdown on users who share passwords in the United States. The streaming video company said today that it is now sending out emails to all U.S. subscribers who share passwords with people outside of their household as part of a long planned move to limit password sharing. The email also stated, and I quote, "To share an account with someone outside a household, a user can transfer a profile to a new membership that they pay for, or else an extra member to their account for an additional $7.99 per month." And finally, I'll leave you with this. TikTok is confident of stopping a ban in the United States and Montana. Its CEO, Suzy Chu, I'm not making that up, Shu Zi Chu, said earlier today after the Chinese-owned social media app launched a legal challenge. The unprecedented ban, set to start in 2024, is shaping as a test case for the United States as lawmakers in Washington increasingly call for a national prohibition, citing security concerns. Shu was speaking just hours after TikTok filed suit in U.S. federal court, arguing that Montana's ban violates protected right to free speech. The video sharing app, owned by Chinese firm ByteDance, is accused by a swath of U.S. politicians of being under the tutelage of the Chinese government and a tool of espionage by Beijing, something the company denies. Montana Governor Greg Gianforte signed the prohibition into law on May 17th, saying on Twitter that he endorsed it in order to protect Montanans' personal and private data from the Chinese Communist Party. There you go. It's all the Fade to Black breaking news that you need for this Tuesday, May 23rd, 2023. Fade to Black breaking news is produced by Renee Newman. I'm Jimmy Church. Go Backley Tappy.